So today we're going to talk about getting started with Google Classroom and creating your first class. There are different ways that you can get to Classroom. One way is if you have Google opened up like this, your home page, if that's your home page, the waffle on the top right here says Google Apps. If you click on that, you may see the Classroom logo. And if you click on that, it'll take you directly to Classroom. If you do not have that logo, because the way the waffle works, this is called the waffle up here, and the way that works is what Google thinks, according to their algorithm, you are most likely to be interested in, that's what's going to be there. So if you don't have that there, or if you prefer to get in another way, you can go up to your address bar here at the top, which is where you put web addresses, and you will type in classroom.google.com. That will always take you to Google Classroom also. So here we are at Google Classroom. You'll see in mine that I already have several classes that have been created. I'm going to show you how you will be creating your class as well. Now, if you have a class from last year that you wanted to archive, you don't want to use it anymore, you can click these three dots on the side of the class, and you can click Archive. And that way, those students will no longer see that class, but you can still access the assignments later on. To start your first class, you're going to push the plus at the top right corner of the screen. This is also, by the way students will join your class. So we're going to push the plus, and we're going to select Create Class. You can name your class whatever you would like. I'll name this one Pretend Class. It's not a real one. You can put in a section number if you'd like. You could put in a subject if you would like. Some multiple subject teachers wonder if they should create different classes for different subject areas. I think it's most teachers agree that it's easier to have one Google Classroom and separate subject areas by topics. When you create an assignment, you can select a topic. You can create a topic to have those in and organize it that way. But that's up to you. So I'm going to push Create. It'll take a little bit of time here. And here it is. So here's my pretend class. Yours will be real. And the next thing you're going to need to know is what these settings up here are on the very top. So this first one is Stream. So in Stream, what you can do is you can have announcements, and you can respond to things that students actually post if you have that turned on. So to do that, you would go to the plus here and create an announcement. This is not something where you'll have students have an action item. You're not going to be collecting classwork in this section. That will be in the classwork. But this is a great place to make announcements such as, don't forget to bring your literature book tomorrow, or remember that your book order money is due on Friday. Those are the type of things that can go in the stream. You also, the students in the stream will have announcements letting them know if you have created an assignment in the classwork section. So next we're going to look at classwork. This is where you're going to actually create your assignments, and we'll cover that in more detail in another video. But you'll push the plus, and that's where you'll create assignments or questions and create topics, like I had talked about a little bit earlier. This is the people section, and this is where you are going to see any teachers that you have in your classroom. You can invite co-teachers so they can see what you're doing as well. And you'll also be able to see what students have joined your class. If you select this gear on the right, you'll be able to find the class code. It says class code right here. If you click the arrow that goes down and push display, you will see the class code larger, and your students can then join your class. Now, to have students join the class, they will, just like you did to get to Google Classroom, either select their waffle and find Classroom there, or they can go to, in their address bar, they can type in classroom.google.com. Just like when you created a class, you pushed the plus on the top right corner of the screen, the students will do the same thing. They will select Join Class, and they will type in this code. Immediately, they will be in your class. The next thing I wanted to go over is the next portion that says Stream, and there are some options here. The first one says students can post and comment. If this is open in that stream that we discussed earlier, Students can post, they can attach things, and they can also comment. So it's open for all students to see what those individual students are posting. Some teachers don't want them to be able to create their own posts as such. They would rather only have them comment on their own posts. Now, if you post something and students have questions after hours, this way they can actually ask a question, get an answer from a peer, and help each other out, even if you're not right in front of them. So I have seen that work really well for some teachers. However, there are some teachers that prefer only teachers can post or comment because they don't want students having a place where all of their work is seen by all of their peers, all of their comments that they make. And if that's your preference, then you can, of course, select the only teachers can post or comment. So that's how to start your Google Classroom. Again, to go back into your Google Classroom, you can always look under your waffle or up here in the address bar, type in classroom.google.com. In the next videos, we will talk about how to create assignments and questions with the proper sharing settings. And for more information and more tips and tricks about Google and all sorts of other ways to integrate technology into the classroom, check out wonderexplorelearn.com. Have a great day.